K-Rock, Mid-Atlantic Rock Review's MARR Army Rock Show. Very excited to be here with Eve to Adam, the band I've been waiting to catch up to for a little bit of time. Our paths haven't crossed as quickly as I wanted them to for an interview, but they're here now. They're out on their therapy sessions tour. Guys, welcome to the MARR Army Rock Show.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? Nice to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So I'm just going to go around the circle real quick. I'd like the band to introduce themselves, let people get caught up with the band and who everybody is. So I'll just go around in the circle and let you say who you are and what you do in the band.
I'm Taki. I'm the vocals.
Brady, rhythm guitar and backup.
My friends call me Trash. I play guitar. Whatever.
Island Nathaniel, bass. Jeff, and I'm the drummer.
So it's great to meet all you guys. Now you're out, as I mentioned, on the Therapy Sessions tour. Tell us a little bit about the tour, how it's been going, and reception you've been getting.
It's been good. I mean, I think it's an aptly titled tour, Therapy Sessions. It's been good therapy for us, getting back out and playing shows. Been having a lot of fun. Really good turnout. Really great to see a lot of familiar faces from over the decade of the band's national status as a national band, and it's great to see people being so appreciative and open to forward progress. And that's a testament to the music, So happy to be here. Happy with this lineup. I'm having a lot of fun. I told these guys the other day, feels like I'm in my first band again when I was 18. So that's pretty awesome.
And mention a little bit more about Therapy Sessions. You kind of alluded to a little bit. Why Therapy Sessions? Why the name for the tour?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like people that can't afford a shrink, people that they go home and they listen to music because they relate to it and it helps them get their own kind of release.
Yeah.
And this is our release.
And we hear it all the time too from fans, how like songs like Immortal and Straight Jacket Supermodel and like whatever they are attached to, how much it's gotten them through some of the toughest times in their life. So it's a great exchange because we create this stuff and we release it to the world, and then it becomes kind of a joint venture between us and the audience. But for us, the therapy is performing this stuff live, and hitting that Burger King at 3 a.m. after 6 Crown Royals, and you're like, I'll eat anything. So, yeah, and he's still recovering from Pittsburgh, so it's all good.
Now I've been listening a lot to the Odyssey record. I really like the record quite a bit. Tell us a little bit about the evolution of that record and maybe how it is similar and different to previous records.
Well, Odyssey is unique in the sense that it was an experiment. That is a remix record that was released before the original album. And that was due to the fact it was just strictly business. A company came forward that was into the concept and helped produce that concept, Roctagon Music. We worked with them last year, and it was a project that we indulged in because it was something different and something new. But I think what's great about it is that people have resonated with the songs that are on that album. So the actual original album that was helmed and produced by Michael Elvis Basquiat is called Ithaca, and it's going to be released this year. That's what we're touring on, is the rock arrangements and mixes that were originally helmed by me and Elvis Basquiat. So this is the real deal. Well, so Odyssey was a departure sonically of that original album with a different kind of sonic landscape, but the original is coming out, so we're excited about it. I'm excited that people were receptive to Odyssey because it was something different and left field for us, and the fact that they liked it, I think, is a testament to the material on there and the songs. And I think that we have a cool fan base that is willing to like take a chance. But I think once they hear Ithaca, they're really going to be like, oh, okay, I totally see what happened here, and this is the album I'm glad is finally here.
Now, a song I was attracted to immediately on that record, my favorite one was The Price, so I was curious a little bit about what the lyrics are and what the message is behind The Price.
That's the first single, actually, that's just it's going to be released here digitally in 2 weeks, and then it's going to radio, and we're pushing through the rest of this year. The Price is a song about self-respect, and I wrote it from the point of view of, as a musician, how self-respect out here has become a relative term, and what you do to keep your art going, and the fine line between maintaining your personal discipline of character and then just selling it out to whoever just to make it. So everybody has a price, and I think what determines you as an artist is how much you're self-protective of those inner qualities that make us special, that people are just farming out for low bids. And that's what I've seen in this business. It's plummeted, and people are willing to do whatever just to make an extra buck, not because they're just greedy, but because they're trying to sustain themselves. And I think that some things are meant to be kept sacred, and a lot of this stuff is being sold like on the Dollar General store floor. And so that song is just really about that experience and what artists have gone through recently in what their value is and how it's important to maintain some self-dignity.
Now, there's a pretty wild music video out there for Get Lucky, which, I mean, everybody's come to expect a high bar of wildness in your guys' music videos over the years anyway.
That's the Motley Crue in us. You just can't get it out.
But what I was actually kind of taken by is it's an interesting combination of just some candid shots, band shots, but those crowd shots, how many of those crowd shots were just from shows? Were those all from?
Yeah, they were from a few radio festivals that we did in 2014. We were blessed to have played like Kansas City Rock Fest and River City Rock Fest in San Antonio, and quite a few Carolina Rebellion, stuff where there was somewhere between 8,000 and 15,000 people per show. So those are always a great thing to be a part of, and we're hoping that with the release of Ithaca and this new single that going to radio, that we'll be back in the mix to be on some of those festivals again next year. Hopefully Welcome to Rockville, maybe Rock on the Range again.
Love to see it Rock Fest again. We do Rock on the Range, but I think you did Rock Fest in Cadet, right?
Yes, we did.
I remember
2014.
It's been a while, but I remember
Yep,
it. Yeah.
we had the chance to be on the same stage with the legendary Aerosmith.
Yeah, awesome.
And as much as I love that show, definitely my old guitar player departed shortly thereafter because I thought he was joking. He's like, I think this is a good place to bookmark it. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can't really beat Aerosmith. And then like a month later, he was like, I'm leaving the band. I've done everything I wanted to do. So thanks, Aerosmith. No, that was an awesome show.
Oh, I did want to ask you one more thing about that video too. The music video is the cartwheel scene on the roof. Was it as scary as it looked, or it looked scary in the video?
It was pretty scary, and that was a former member, Lawrence Coleman, who was a very talented guitar player and songwriter.
I thought it was you doing the cartwheel.
No, that was actually him. And you give that guy 2 shots of whiskey and 2 Yinglings, and I hope you have renter's insurance. But no, that was definitely all him. That was a fun time, and Lucky was one of the first songs that was released from this batch of songs that became Ithaca, and it was well received, and SiriusXM picked it up and rotated it on Octane for quite some time, and it's a standout in the show because it's a high energy, fun tune that has a kind of a Pantera light riff in it, which is I think something people really like. And so yeah, I'm proud of that song. I can't tell you how we wrote it because it's just not for a PG audience.
Yeah, we are a PG show, so I appreciate it.
But it was. Let me just tell you, I throw myself into the music extremely. I'm a method actor.
On this tour, what is the go-to song that the fans have been the most responsive to? Of course, you got your hits. Is there one that, other than the biggest hits, that has jumped out that maybe surprised you all a little bit?
Emergency, yeah. Is a new one that people are discovering and going, God, that really sounds great live. Tongue Tie's always fun. People are taking the Altitude. I mean, they're really receptive to the new stuff. The Price, it mixes well with Locked and Loaded stuff, but it doesn't sound exactly the same. It's a little bit of a departure and a continuation of the sound that was kind of popular on that album. So, yeah, I mean, really lucky. Like I said, I've been blessed with an audience that is intelligent, patient, and open. And I think that, if you're lucky enough to have people that are willing to go along on the ride with you and you're allowed to take some chances, I think that's a gift.
That's been going up back, I couldn't believe it was 11 years since the Queens of Eden album came out.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wanted to ask you what Black Flag Days was about. Was it about the band, or was it about something else?
It was about a tough time in New York City at the time, and just trying to make it as a band, and just overcoming negativity and you know, dark days, you know, and also I won't say the rest of that. There's another side, but I just can't. I can't talk about that. But yeah, that's a cult favorite for a lot of fans of that record. There's like a list of songs that I'd love to work on with these guys, and we've been going through these shows on therapy sessions, and people are like, "What about this song? How about that?"
151. I still
I'm
love
like,
that
guys,
song. Yeah.
these guys are here. We're back together. We're rolling. Just give us a minute. We'll pick out a couple of these gems, bring them into the show somehow, some way. We'll represent the catalog. But what we're also really excited about is writing new music. So the combination of cataloging everything that we've done before and moving forward beyond Ithaca is what we're working on now. So we want to satisfy everything that the fans love. I'm blessed to have so many albums that people are like, there's a couple gems on there I've always loved. Love to hear those live. And I think these guys, you know, I'm lucky that they have a centric attitude towards the same kind of material that I enjoy from the catalog too. So I think there's a very good chance that a few of those are going to be represented here within the next year for sure.
So for people that are enjoying like us sitting here chatting with you, you guys offer VIP packages. So why don't you tell people about what the VIP package is and what they get to do if they purchase one?
Usually it's a $50 purchase, and what it is, they come to sound check. It's like a sound check party. It's a private kind of, we play 3 songs for them. Sometimes they can actually do submissions for songs as long as it's in the lineup of what we're playing. And then they get to hang with the band. They get first options on merch, 20% off. They also get pictures with the group, and they get to you get the band to yourself for a good solid almost 45 minutes to an hour. You know, for $50, you know, without having to deal with everyone else. We try to keep it affordable. I know some bands are, you know, trying to make it another viable income stream, but I think, you know, it helps put diesel in the bus, but we don't want to overdo it either. And we try to keep it small, you know, maybe 7 to 8 people a party, so to speak. Well, we didn't do it on this tour because this has been our first time back in a minute, and we just really wanted to focus on the shows and focus on getting everything represented properly. So as we go on this year, because we will be on the road for the year, we will bring that back, but we also want to make sure it's something of value to people, because we care about our fans and we care about the economics of this. And one thing that we don't stand for is the way bands are just price gouging everybody. I think it's ridiculous. This is a working class style of music, and it's become very elitist. And we just want to remain central to what rock and metal really is. It's for the masses, not for the guys that are making $300 grand a year.
So
although we do like those guys too. And if they want to donate, Eve.rocks, then you can here's my email. No,
that wouldn't suck either, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, they're out on a therapy sessions tour right now, and when can we expect the re-release, I guess you would say, of the record?
Sometime this summer. The first single, The Price, will be out here in a couple of weeks, and I think it will probably be a midsummer release accompanied by a tour. We're about to hit the road after this tour with Smile Empty Soul and Flaw on the Flawless Smile tour. We're being reunited with Sean Danielson and Smile, which is great. 10 years later, it's amazing. They're going, we're still going. It's going to be an awesome fest. Also, Talia the band is on the package with us, so it's a great 4-band hitting set. Great, like we were talking about value. It's a great ticket. So between Flaw, Smile, Eve to Adam, and Talia the band, I think you're getting a really good show. So those shows start May 30th through June 15th. It's bringing us from the Midwest up into New England area, Northeast, and then after that we'll shortly be jumping on another tour, which they're booking right now. But this plan is, you're sitting on the Dutch Star right now, which we call Eagle 5, and this baby here is primed to be running all year long.
Well, we're excited to see you tonight there. Once again, Eve to Adam out on the Therapy Sessions tour. Keep an eye on them the rest of the year. They're going to be out on the road a long time. Guys, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.